So if you've been on YouTube for the past few months, then you will notice that a lot of YouTubers have been promoting this Scottish company called Established Titles. Established Titles is a company where you can actually buy a plot of land, and they claim that you can officially change your name to being a lord or lady in the eyes of the Scottish government. Not only do they claim that you can adopt this title as an official name on your bank account, they also claim that you can plant a tree in their honor to contribute to the conservation efforts around the world to combat climate change. Many YouTubers have came out and said that this is an actual scam. And so today I just want to go down a rabbit hole and to explain why this is not legit, why you shouldn't buy it, and what alternatives you can do. You can go to the homepage, and basically they have what they call the lordship and ladyship title packs. Right here it says it's a purchase for a personal dedication for a souvenir plot of land. Now, what is a souvenir plot of land, you might say? So if you go to plot.scot.com, which is a Scotland-based website that kind of goes over this, phenomenon, the definition of a souvenir plot of land is under Section 41B of Land Registration Act of 1979 as a piece of land of which being of inconsiderable size or no practical utility. Basically, you can't do much with it. You can't, build houses on it. You can't mine it. You can't really grow anything on it. It's basically just like a plot of land that's just there. Basically, if I'm gonna draw an analogy to this, it's basically when you have a highway named in your honor, or if you buy a certificate that you own the star, that is just a piece of paper that you don't legally own or legally take care of or legally have claim on. It's just something that you can have just because, it looks cool, basically. And so diving more into their website, they basically have an FAQ section saying what you would do if you bought a souvenir plot and if you actually have ownership on it. And as it says right here, purchases of a souvenir plot own a personal right to the plot of land in question, provided that has been uniquely identified. But ultimately, this means the vendor cannot legally sell the same plot of land to someone else, but the former ownership obtained by the purchaser is not recorded in the land registry. So in a sense, if you buy a souvenir plot, you do own land technically, but it's not legally recorded in their land registry. So it's not something that you can have claim on if you're trying to have a legality matter of it. It's just something that, hey, you personally have ownership of this, you have bought it, you have the ownership of sale. But in the eyes of the government, you do not own land. Now, if you can call yourself a lord and lady, basically under Scottish law, you are subject to good faith. There is nothing stopping you from calling yourself lord or lady. But in some cases, that's more of like a sales sense or a practical sense, not in a legal sense where it's just like you can legally change your name. And there has been many instances where people have changed their names on their, flights. There have been names on their passports, debit card, credit cards, all that, and they have been denied or rejected. So going back to established titles, the reason why I feel like these are scams because they have many bold and false claims. The first one being right here, they're basically saying that, can I refer to myself as a lord and lady if you buy a title pack? And basically they've said, yes, our title packs are based on historic Scottish land ownership custom where landowners have been long referred to as layers, the Scottish term for lord with the female equivalent for being lady, and most jurisdictions will allow you to update your title when you choose to do so. And that also segues into this right here. Can I use the title on my documents? And they say, yes, you're able to change your title on documents in most instances. And that's exactly a false claim because there's been many instances, like I said, there's been people that have been rejected from airports, people have been rejected on their passports, people have been rejected on their credit card bills because they changed their name to lord or lady, whatever, thinking that it's like an official, but at the end of the day, it's not. Now going right here, they actually explain that these are actually souvenir plots of land, which I've already explained and talked about the legality of it and a few minutes ago. But basically right here, they asked, where are the plots? And basically they say you can find details of our estates in these areas. They technically own the land. They're just giving you a piece of it, but they are the main owners of the land at the end of the day. Another reason why this is a scam is that they send you a digital certificate that you have to print out yourself. And my main thing is just like, if you are buying actual plots of land that are actually giving you the title of a lord or lady, then at the end of the day, then you get that stuff in mail, you get that stuff, in person. Now that we established that you are not a legal lord or lady if you buy a land pack from established titles, do they actually plant trees? And so as of right now, they are partnering with two organizations, basically One Tree Planting as well as Trees for the Future, that are in charge of planting the actual trees on your land plots if you do decide to buy a land. Just looking from this page alone, they've claimed that they have 2 million trees planted in Scotland since the establishment of the company, but it doesn't really like have any other proof than that. It doesn't have any actual pictures of them planting the trees. And now if you go to the partner page of Trees for the Future, they have their claim from established titles basically saying the same thing that they have said: buy a plot of land, become a lord lady, we plant 1 tree on the land. And they don't have any proof of it other than you can become a partner. So with that being said, do I think established titles is a scam? And in this sense, yes, because they're claiming that you can be an official lord or lady and by owning a square foot of land, when in actuality you're not legally seen as a lord or lady in the eyes of the Scottish government. My main concern is that someone's going to get their passport changed to an official name, let's say Lord Lawrence in my instance, go fly somewhere overseas, and then when they're trying to come back to their own country or go somewhere else, they basically are barred from entering or getting on the plane because they're not officially a lord, or that is a fake title. It's something that we need to be aware of, especially in the holiday seasons, as more and more scammers are trying to come up with ways to scam you. Now, if you still want to support the conservation efforts that Established Titles claims to do, then my best bet is just to go directly to these 2 nonprofits and actually donate money to them, because at the end of the day, you don't want to go through a middleman that you really don't know if they are, you know, legit. And with that being said, that has been my thoughts on established titles. Be safe out there, be aware of these scams. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe. If there are any other public health controversies or topics you want me to react to, discuss, please comment down below. Also, you want to look at some of my other commentary videos. Here is my last one I just made a few days ago, so like it up. Stay warm, stay frosty, depending on what part of the country you are in, and peace out.